Welcome everybody to episode 3 of my Let's Play of Brigador. I'm Mad Knight Pash, and today we'll be working on the third set of tutorial missions. This one is for the hovercraft, so, to Wild Homes. Bernard has been requested for an intelligence briefing. This is L. Wrightson, reassuming contract dispatch. Ripley Snell, you are among the first Corvids, as well as AGRAV pilots, to apply for contracts. Welcome to the SNC. In our supervisory capacity, we will walk you through your final clearance necessary to operate as a Brigador. Follow the in-mission instructions to be granted further access to contracts. So, we have this new vehicle, it's a hovercraft. I'll show you how it handles. We don't have a ton of armor. Okay shields. We have an EMP, which is cool, and we have 2 different types of guns, including one that uses a different type of ammo. Engage. So, this one is another one that I think really benefits from the new controls. Basically, whichever way you're aiming is the way your vehicle faces, and everything else is just the directions you move in. So it's really nice. Pretty easy to control. That lets you do some strafing around. You can toggle the center of the camera if you want. So here, yeah, I can, for instance, just strafe through here. They, say, these instructions are still for the relative commands, whereas I'm using the screen absolute. But yeah, we have a smash attack. We can just straight up fly over some low things like that. Ground pound, yeah, I ground pounded a few little guys that were back there. Yeah, so we fly through. It does its most damage if you have to wait for your car to get back up to the full sight. So we have one gun that's a rapid shot and another that shoots a big cannon kind of thing. So yeah, so we can kind of take all this stuff out like normal. We can refill our ammo, blow up these for the extra money. Head on our way. So yeah, it's the first episode with Snell. First mission. Autobahn Music Box. Miss Snell, good work on the last mission. We know it was fairly close quarters for a combat zone. We just need to ensure proper targeting reticle calibration before assigning you any higher level contracts. Sorry for the extra message traffic, but why does the name Snell sound familiar? So I suppose I should try to show off the EMP. I forgot to do the last mission. Here we got a bunch of guys just shooting at us. And we got some enemy vehicles coming in. EMP, so you just stopped him in his tracks. He's not moving anymore there. It's a gas station. We can blow it up. Learned about those before. We can do the same to that ammo depot since we don't use that type of ammo. That's a weird weapon. I think that just slows me down. It's like a tractor beam or something. As it stops me from moving, it seems a bit. There we took out the enemy by just blowing up that gas station. And yeah. Again, we basically just get more money in the game for extra stuff by just causing lots of damage, but it's really not super necessary. No. I think I'm missing one of the ammo depots, and wherever I'm supposed to keep going. Yeah. So I think the last ammo depot must be further along in the mission. reminding us that we can ground pound. Yeah, so I'm playing as anti-gravity, like, hovercraft. But the enemies have some of those also, and so this is kind of teaching you how to aim at them. And the issue there is that you can't really... there's a little light below them, and that's where they are, so if you target your weapon at that, it will hit them, otherwise it might miss and hit the ground before them or something. This is just like, you know, a shooting range, basically just showing off what we can do. I'm gonna blow this up. We can hit it from our good angles. There we go. And we just have a bunch more of these guys to take out here as kind of like a shooting range. Yep, we can move on. Here we have another one. As I said, these guys aren't super tough right now. And those ones I don't even know if they're armed. So we can just kind of move on. And we're almost done with the mission here. Take that guy out. There's some random dudes on the ground. Mission complete. Seems like we missed a couple enemies. I don't know where they were. But it doesn't really matter. We got the majority of the enemies and what we need to do, so we're going to call that a mission. I like the hovercraft. I think they're fun to control. You see I used up a lot of my ammo though, so they're a little bit weaker than the mechs though, but they're fast. French made. Ripley, you handled that highway combat quite well. You're cleared for higher paying contracts now. The analysts will probably keep flagging you for a couple more remedial briefings, but don't worry about them. Just follow along and you'll be through them in no time. Continue your combat sweep through Letterard. Also, I remembered why I know your name. I'm a huge 12-7s fan. Can't believe I didn't realize it sooner. Great work out there. So I think this is just kind of like some of the in-game kind of lore that I think they wrote. This company actually wrote like a book or something, and there's a bunch of lore in the game that we can look at later. That is essentially like giving all these characters backstories, and I believe this person's a musician or something. Okay, so this is just talking about EMP, which disables enemies and their shields briefly. So like how we have the shields up, once enemies get aware kind of your situation, they'll raise their shields once they realize that they're under attack, and they'll become tougher. Hey. So yeah. And then just reminding you on all the little things of intro stuff. Oh, I missed that. Luckily, these guys aren't too tough, so I just shanked my EMP usage there. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically introducing you to all of the enemies. Kind of, there's each enemy faction will have some that have little suicide weapons. So that guy with that red thing, if he just crashes into me, he'll explode and cause a bunch of damage. And so we don't want that. So So we'll just take out the guys. We can refill on ammo here. Oh, that's a gas station, so we want to blow that up from a safe distance. And move on to fighting some more people throughout the city. They've got a bunch of infantry here. We can just stomp. Blow that hovercraft up. Don't need these ones, so we can just blow these up. Don't have this kind of weapon. Ammo. But we do kind of want to wait to blow up the ones that are useful to us until we, are fairly far along in the mission and are confident that we don't need any more of the ammo. They do run out though, so we'll run into that issue. So we technically completed our mission. We're just gonna wipe through the rest of the enemies, though. It's not that hard. And wipe out these for the extra bonus money at the end of the game, end of the mission. We got one more somewhere here with last type of ammo that we have. Yeah. So that takes care of the garrison, so pretty much all that's left is blowing up this thing. And let's city block with it. And we're done with that mission. Okay, so we're going to move on to the final mission of the hovercraft tutorial, City Wrecker. Notice, the SNC contract dispatcher L. Wrightson is no longer with our organization. Please report any non-business related comm traffic to your designated SNC Brigador Relations Officer. Snell, your performance has granted access to more difficult contracts. There are several targets designated for removal in your upcoming area of operation. Target vehicles will show the SNC skull, laurel, and sword emblem on your screen. Bernard, SNC Informatics Division. I think this is kind of some nice flavoring, as they don't really want their people developing personal relationships with the Brigador contractors, as you're essentially being a devastating, destructive mercenary for money, and under the, also accepting the responsibility that you're forgoing your citizenship basically by doing this. So you're kind of, I think the assumption is once you're done, you're leaving this planet. You're not going to be here anymore. So this is kind of just introducing a gameplay mode where one of the mission objective things where I have to take out captains, and those are usually tougher enemies than others. So, oh, here's a suicide enemy. We alerted these guys with our presence by making a bunch of noise there. I just shot these guys thinking they were enemies and they weren't. Take that out. You don't need it. So there's our first captain. They're a little bit tougher, and then they're also usually mechs or something, so they're like, your tough boss enemy kind of thing. Not too bad, though. Ooh. Wow, there's something, a big pipeline there that blew up. I'm gonna leave that alive for now, just in case I need the ammo. And just kind of fly through neighborhoods. With the hovercraft. Here's another captain. Take him out and move on to the next one. I don't know, I find this game kind of a lot of fun. It's pretty simple though, once you get the hang of it. There's not a lot of extra exciting detail going on here. Those are explosive. Little trucks. Kind of just leave a trail of destruction in your wake. It's kind of funny. There's actually far enough along, I don't need that. There's actually a mission later that kind of is pointing out that everybody's aware how much collateral damage Brigadors cause. You can clearly see that here. I got these turrets trying to take me out. Yeah, so we took out all the captains, completed our mission objective. We can take out this last ammo depot while we're at it, and we'll move on, and that will be the conclusion of the hovercraft tutorials, showing us pretty much everything you can do. I don't know what that achievement is for, but we can check that out really quick. Oh, or not. I don't know. Well, 1,000 loyalists. So I played enough to get rid of a bunch of the enemies, basically. But anyway, yeah. Next time we'll move on to the main core of the regular story. Thanks for watching.